All right, so we talked about the pros of Ole Gunnar, and now we're going to talk about the cons. And for my money in the pros video, I had 4 pros and you had 5. Now we're going to see how much you agree with my cons, because I have 5 of them in total. Let's start with the first one here. It's on the screen. One-dimensional tactics, almost literally.
Kind of agree. Like I said earlier, he was dealt a hand with the team that he was given. That was a complete mismatch of players of Moyes, Van Gaal, and Jose Eras. So he was doing the best he could with the team. But after the honeymoon period, it became very clear that the tactics that another manager like Pochettino or someone else could have brought into the team, they were severely lacking. Like, that was there for everyone to see. But I am on that to his lack of experience at this level. But also, like I said earlier, I think he's learning and becoming better. So got to give him credit there. One thing, and okay, we'll talk about it later. I was going to talk about your point 3, but we'll just come to it.
Okay, he wants to get ahead here. Okay, number 2, serious trouble adjusting to opposition tactics, specifically changing tactics. I will point to the Everton game. I could point to 12 others, but I'll point to the last Everton game where they changed tactics with a far superior manager than Ole, and he did not adapt at all. And this has been happening a lot.
Yeah, but just taking that game as an example, how would you have expected him to adapt? There was nobody on the bench he could have brought on to change. And like we said, like, his tactics are not there yet. We all know that. Ancelotti is definitely a more experienced manager, right? Ole needs to go through all of these games and get a kick on his backside to be able to learn from them. Like, we don't have an experienced manager. We all know that. He came from the Norwegian league. He was good there, but it's still the Norwegian league,
Yeah, and when he was in the Premier League, he got relegated.
Yeah, that's hopefully he took that as a learning experience.
Okay, so my pushback, and it's a small one, because I'm not 100% disagreeing with you here. My pushback has always been on Twitter. If you believe that what else could he do, who's on the bench, then you're also conceding the fact that you would take the Everton players over top of ours. Because the Everton players, therefore, their bench and their players, when he made the tactical change, were stronger than ours. So thus, you must take their players over ours in order for us to have a stronger bench. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, right now I can't think of anyone who I would take from Everton, but
that's my point then. So if you're not willing to say that those players are just better than us and their bench was better than us, which they pull players from the bench during the tactical change, then you're saying that their bench is not stronger than ours. So thus our players must be stronger on the bench than Everton's. Thus, he could have made tactical changes.
He could have. And like I said, he's not there yet. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I took that Everton game as an example. Like, he does need to learn from these things. And I'm hoping that he does learn from them. Okay. And the changes is the next point that we'll talk about.
Okay. So number 3 was poor subs and time and subs, right? So, and I also put the caveat here that although this could be somewhat due to player bench quality, which I'm not disagreeing with you on 100%. I'm just disagreeing with people online, like the Manchester United supporters, who say our bench is shit, yet other teams put their bench players on and beat us tactically. So unless you're willing, again, to take those players over ours, then that argument is null and void.
My problem with his subs and tactics is when he makes the subs. Okay. There's games when we're losing where he waits till the 85th minute to bring on Greenwood or someone. And then there's games when we're winning and he will immediately make 2 or 3 subs, whereas he should wait till the 90th minute and, kill the time off. That's where my problem is with him. He needs to learn. And maybe this is where Mike Phelan comes in and advises him when to make subs and when not to make subs. That's my biggest problem with his tactics. Like, he has not learned that yet. And he's been in the job 18 months. That's one thing he has not learned yet.
Okay.